You know, really, I just wanted to make a video about what's on my mind. Um, I went out with a friend today, and yeah, there's just something that stuck with me. It's been stuck with me all day. We were talking about music. He's an artist and musician as well, and he's been releasing a lot of music. And I'm about to start the process of releasing a lot of the music that I've created, and and I think when we were speaking about it, I was speaking to him about it, he could sense a certain amount of hesitancy uh, when I was speaking about releasing music, like, you know, about the process. And he asked me, what are you afraid of? What what are you afraid of when it comes to releasing this music? And it was such a good question. Um, it actually felt like he was like uh, seeing through my soul when he asked that question, a very like honest question. Um, and when he asked that, there was a quote that came to mind. Um, it's a pretty popular quote, and it goes something like, "Our greatest fear is that we are not. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure." And that quote in itself was basically the answer to his question. Um, I like when it comes to releasing music, I'm not afraid of like nobody listening, or like it just like kind of me screaming into the void if it ends up being like that, or that it goes nowhere. I'm not really afraid of that. Not that it couldn't happen, but it like whether it happens or not, it doesn't like there's no fear behind that. Probably because on like some deep subconscious level, um, I'd be fine with that. As strange as that is, maybe even on some deep subconscious level, I want that, because by like nobody really listening to my music, like I remain in the known. I remain safe. I remain in this place that I've known all my life. Um, that place of smallness. And I also get to say, well, I tried, and so, this is it. So I kind of get to fake myself out a little bit, uh, if it goes nowhere, or if like nobody listens to it. What I am afraid of is releasing music and suddenly at some point it gets big. People are listening. People want to see me. People want to hear me. It takes on a life of its own. I'm then forced to step into my greatness and move from that place, which is the unknown. Move from this place of power. Um, it's scary, to be honest, and I know that that's my fear. I know that's what makes me hesitant in any way. um, you know, when I think about power, when I think about power coming from me, my power, this is something I've always felt deep down. I've felt I've had this power. And I've always felt like Jean Grey from X-Men, how she had this power, but she had no control over the power. And that is kind of what I am afraid of, that I will have this power, step into this power, but I don't have control over it. It controls me. And And that is kind of overwhelming to me to have this power, and I don't like it, this amazing power that in the right hands could be phenomenal, but in the person that can't control it, it's actually kind of a detriment. And so I'm afraid of that. I'm just afraid of not being able to wield my power in a very like clear, concise, and conscious way. And with that, power and greatness could end up taking a life of its own. And I feel like that kind of musically, like if the music pops off, it takes on a life of its own, and it can end up controlling me. I don't control it, so I don't know. There's something about that feels like maybe I'm just not ready. And it's a lot. It's just foundationally, it's just fear, like this fear of the unknown, this fear of being seen, this fear of being heard, this fear of having a voice. And I think, honestly, it's bigger than me. There's a generational fear that's in my body of probably women having a voice, of the voiceless in my family having a voice, of being seen and speaking, and this fear really does feel bigger than me. Like the way I even carry it in my body, the way I feel it in my body feels overwhelming. And that overwhelm, I think, makes greatness and power feel unsafe. Smallness feels safe. Powerlessness feels safe in some strange way to me, because it's my known. And it's really strange because, from this place of powerlessness, I'm able to gripe about it. I'm able to justify why I'm not powerful. It's a very interesting dance I'm able to do from this place of powerlessness. And at the same time, there's like this frustration because I know I can feel that power inside. So it's like almost I'm forcing myself to remain wearing these shoes that don't fit anymore. Just because I'm scared of new shoes. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because, the question that he asked is something I've been thinking about since I've come home. It's something I'm sure I'm going to be thinking about once this camera turns off. It was profound, and it made me have to not only think about it, but I had to say it out loud and be honest and truthful about it, like not just to myself but to someone else, to like really say this out loud. And I just wanted to